haven't done this in a while.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to A Quickie with Ms. B. Yes, indeedy, we are back. I bet you've missed us because we've missed you. We took a couple weeks because I was on vacation and enjoyed my vacation tremendously. And so now we're back. We're back to doing our Monday through Friday gig.
And you're never gonna guess where she went on vacation. Someone was beating on my front door. I turned around and it was them. Stat Tuesday. Standing at the front door like a bunch of homeless people. Wanting to know if I was going to let them in or
not. Yeah, it was crazy trip. As far as, the road trip part, that was a part of country that I've never seen before. So, was very grateful to be able to take the opportunity to, one, take a vacation, and two, be someplace that I've never had been.
Yeah, you got to see the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
You got to sort of, kind of touch the outer shell of a lobster. Now, let me tell you what. You want to talk about a psychotic episode.
Oh, yeah. Let's explain that one to them, shall we?
Wow. It took literally three minutes of coaxing and convincing. There's a lobster sitting in the sink. The claws are banded. It's just sitting in the sink.
Yeah, but he's got like crazy eyeballs, like that roll back in their head. And
I know,
looking at
but
you
I'm like just touch the shell because I've been telling her all along it's a bug. It's like an ant. It's like any other thing with an exoskeleton. The outside is the bones. The inside has no bones. That's why it's a bug. But just touch it. She would literally take her finger and she starts making strange. There are sounds coming out of her. Weird, odd sounds are exiting this woman that you're not expecting. She's just supposed to touch it. And there's like a, and there are strange sounds coming out of her. This proceeds to go on for 3 minutes as she keeps almost pulling back. Then she tries to rip my arm off. And I don't understand why ripping my arm off makes it better to touch it. But I'm standing there, I'm holding my phone, and it's on camera because I'm thinking she's going to touch it, and I'll just take a picture of her touching it. But after she finally gets within, 2 inches, she's now vibrating. Her whole body is vibrating. She's trying to tear my arm off with one arm, and then she's going, and then as soon as she taps it, I clicked it, but my shutter sound you can hear. So the shutter sound goes off. Jules is behind her. She literally tries to remove herself from her skin. In a rearward lunge, almost plows Jules right over.
With a scream.
Freaks Jules out because now Jules just sees Christine moving towards a lobster. And now there's an episode in terror. So, oh my God.
They're creepy. I'm sorry, but they're the creepiest things I've ever seen up close and personal.
If the thing had spun around and ripped her arm off and tried to eat her, it would have been the exact same sound, You would think that thing spun around and tried to rip her arm off with a claw or something.
Those eyeballs were creepy. I didn't know that they could take their eyeballs and turn them in the back of their head and look at you.
Well, yeah,
He wasn't facing my direction.
They're able to poke him up and spin him around.
Yeah, and that's what he was doing, and it was creepy. That's the first time I've ever seen a lobster.
See, they swim backwards. They push their tail under and they fly backwards. So they got to be able to see. So it would be a good idea if they could turn their heads behind them and see where they're going. So the lobster's tail is what's heading away, and he gets it to where he can jam himself under the rocks, and just his claws stick out. So if you go to reach, he goes crush. That's how it works. So being able to see to the rearward of your, your body is
It's
kind of
literally eyes in the back of your head.
That's right.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, they're in the
That's
front.
probably where that saying came from.
Well, they're in the front of his head. He just can poke them out and turn them around backwards.
That was creepy.
Yeah,
It was just creepy.
Yeah,
Nope.
It's different.
Nope. I don't think you would have ever gotten me to hang on to that lobster. Pick it up. I don't think. Nope.
Now your hubby was holding almost a 5-pound one right in the air.
Yeah.
He was
He
fine
just
with
reached in there and picked it up like no problem.
that. And you got to see an albino lobster.
Yep.
Not a common thing to see a white
Nope.
lobster. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Not at all.
Yeah, we had
So-
fun. You got to go to your lighthouses. You got to see the
Yep.
castle and all of that. Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she
But
would
no
not.
lobster for me.
She wouldn't go near the lobster shack even. I'm like,
I did go in there eventually.
it's a freaking, no, you didn't.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the other one.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
where you picked it.
We went to the
Yeah.
world famous lobster shack to get him
Yeah.
a lobster roll. But when you go up there, it's outside. So you're standing outside, just like you were down below, is what it is up there. And it's like you see the waves crashing, the rocks, and I'm like, come on up here. I'm not going up. What in the hell? It's grass.
It was gonna stink of seafood and stuff. And
It's a grassy knoll with picnic tables on it and people sitting outside. You can see the picnic tables from down below. I ain't going up there. Nope, not going up there.
I thought I was gonna smell stinky seafood. I really did.
And when you got into
know.
when you got into a real big seafood place, it didn't
Yeah.
have that smell, did it?
No, but it did have the lobster smell. Very distinct.
Well, yeah, lobsters
Yeah.
have a distinct smell, but it's
Mhm.
not that skanky. And they had fish in there.
Mm-hmm.
They had fish in there. They had scallops and they had everything that you find at a fish market, but it didn't have that stinky, smelly fish thing,
Mm-hmm.
which indicates it's not fresh.
Yep. Oh my God, we just blew the first half of the show.
We do that a lot.
I'm listening, telling people how much of a chicken butt I was for not picking up a lobster.
Yeah. Well, no, not only not picking it up, touching it.
Touching it.
When you got to warm up for a few minutes and when you got to do all, imagine someone holding a finger up, heading towards you, go. Whoa. That's what she was doing for minutes over minutes over minutes, and then other sounds. You're like, oh my God! It's like an episode of Bozo or something. What the hell?
Anyways, we have to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about weird foods found in the U.S. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to A Quickie with Miss B. If you missed the first half of the episode, please don't worry about it because, that was just me being a chicken butt with, those crazy critters called lobster.
No. Touching one. What? There's no crazy lobster coming. No, she attempted to touch it.
They're crazy looking. I don't care what anybody says.
Now, lions, things like that, I'm sure she'd walk up and pet it. But a lobster, she had a very long, very painful. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to hear about that, because it was fun. That's the first half.
Anyways, today is Monday, your mundane Monday, and all this week we're going to be talking about the weird foods found in the United States. And right off the bat, we're going to talk about chicken fried steak.
And we are going to disagree about it. Because it's not a weird.
Yes, we are.
It's not a weird
It's
food.
weird.
It's a lovely piece of red meat that has been now. When they say chicken fried steak, what they're indicating is chicken fried, which means it's done like fried chicken. So imagine a steak,
Right, so you're expecting fried chicken.
but it's a cube steak.
But it's a steak, which is
Yeah.
wrong.
No, it's beautiful. The only thing that can make it even more crazily amazing, if somebody can figure out how to make some wonderful milk peppered gravy and then smother it in that with French fries on the side that you can dip in the gravy and go absolutely crazy. Now, the only time it's wrong
The
is when you see.
gravy is lumpy and it looks
No.
like vomit.
It-
Or if it's dark brown, then it looks like diarrhea, which to me is just not appetizing.
yeah,
Just
but
saying.
but you have to tell the people when you had yours, where was it made?
Minnesota.
And Minnesota don't know nothing about making country fried gravy at all. They shouldn't touch the country fried gravy. They shouldn't look at it, walk by it. They shouldn't write it on a dang sign because they don't know anything about it. If they're not, you go to biscuit country where people get up in the morning and they stand there and hand cut lard into flour to make biscuit. Those people right there, they know how to make chicken fried steak as well as country steak. Country steak, dark gravy, chicken fried steak, beautiful peppered milk gravy. These are the people that made it. These are the people that know. All right. Now, going out fishing for a herring and, I don't know, pickling it or something like that, that's a Minnesota thing. Stick a fish in a jar of pickles. That's Minnesota.
Lutefisk.
Yes. That stuff where you go, nobody eats that. And they go, they do in Minnesota. Go back to Minnesota and take the jar of fish with you.
Well, it's just misleading and it's not correct. There's no chicken in this.